Hello, we're Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile, and today we're not talking about a movie, or remakes, or ranking movies.
No, today we're talking about the ladies.
March was Women in Horror Month, and it got me thinking, who are my top 10 Scream Queens?
In no real order, because I still have trouble counting to 5.
A Scream Queen is an actress who is prominent and influential in horror films, either through a notable appearance or recurring roles. The term Scream Queen is often used to refer to the sexy young damsel in distress, but there's more to it than tripping when running and having red corn syrup thrown on you.
She has to be attainable to the average guy.
Huh? No. A Scream Queen has to be sympathetic. We should root for her to kick the monster's ass in the end. They have to be smart, resourceful, frightened, sad, likable, and tough.
Just saying, big knockers. Help.
So without further ado, who is our queen of the Crimson Screen? For the number 10 spot, we're going back to one of the first notable Scream Queens.
She might be the queen of screaming.
Marilyn Burns appeared in Helter Skelter, Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive, but is best known for playing Sally Hardesty in the original 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Although the real diva was Franklin.
The poster asked, who will survive and what will be left of them? And if I had to describe Sally Hardesty in one word, it would be Survivor. Toni Collette recently appeared in Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley, and she was the mom in Krampus, the mom in the remake of Fright Night,
and the mom in the Bruce Willis movie, where he really had dementia all along.
Evil!
What? Too soon? Now he'll forget.
Or there's her incredible performance in Ari Aster's Hereditary, which deserved an Oscar nomination.
Her acting was so good, she levitated. How?
But her scariest film to date is Tammy.
Freeze! Nobody move! Shoot!
Anya Taylor-Joy made a splatter when she starred in Robert Eggers' The Vivitch. She then worked with Eggers again on The Northman and worked with M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong on Split and Glass. She then appeared in Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho and recently starred in The Menu.
If you can outsmart someone with a cheeseburger, you're my hero.
Next, we'll be seeing Anya tearing it up as a younger Furiosa in the prequel to Mad Max, Fury Road.
We'll finally get answers, like how did she lose her arm and who shaved her head?
I first became aware of Jenna Ortega thanks to her appearances in the second season of You and The Babysitter, Killer Queen. But it was her work in X, the new Scream films, and Wednesday that cemented herself as a modern Scream Queen. Oh, and don't forget, Insidious Chapter 2.
But I already forgot Insidious 3 and 4.
As of right now, it's rumored she'll be playing Lydia's daughter in Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice.
Her toughest villain were the germs hidden in her mouth.
I'll be back tonight, invisible nasties.
Adorable. Now cover that kid in some blood.
Mia Goth has appeared in Gore Verbinski's The Cure for Wellness, the remake of Suspiria, and Brandon Cronenberg's Infinity Pool. However, Goth really grabbed my attention, starring in X and Pearl, co-writing the latter. Some say she was robbed an Oscar nomination this year for her work in Pearl, and I agree.
She is too young to have been in that caveman movie.
Her work isn't done yet, as she'll be reuniting with the director Ty West for a third film in the X universe titled Maxine. It has also been announced that she'll star in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I wonder who she could play.
Her scariest role has been that of Shia LaBeouf's girlfriend.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is probably my favorite horror series, so Nancy Thompson, played by Heather Langenkamp, holds a special place in our black heart. The top 3 Freddy movies are arguably the first, third, and New Nightmare, all of which feature Heather fighting Freddy and her nightmares. In 1995, she was inducted into the Fangoria Chainsaw Hall of Fame.
Her pimple was also inducted. Let me just squeeze that real quick.
Heather Langenkamp went on to become one of the most influential Scream Queens. Nancy, from Stranger Things, is an obvious nod to her.
Down to the boyfriend sneaking in the bedroom window.
Langenkamp met her husband, Oscar-winning makeup artist David Leroy Anderson, at a wrap party for Wes Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow, and together they run the makeup effects firm AFX Studio. She worked as the special makeup effects coordinator for movies such as the Dawn of the Dead remake and The Cabin in the Woods. Recently, she appeared in Mike Flanagan's Netflix series, The Midnight Club. When Jamie Lee Curtis decided to step away from horror movies, it was up to 10-year-old Danielle Harris as Jamie Lloyd to battle her evil uncle, Michael Myers.
Help me!
As an adult, Harris later returned to the Halloween movies, starring in Rob Zombie's remake and sequel as Annie Brackett. Harris also appeared in Urban Legend, Stakeland, and multiple Hatchet movies. In 2012, she was also inducted into the Fangoria Hall of Fame.
She's also the voice of Debbie on the Wild Thornberries.
Nowadays, you can listen to her and Scout Taylor Compton talk about horror, sex, and true crime on their podcast, Talk Scary to Me. While appearing on the 90s teen drama series, Party of Five, Neve Campbell also starred in the supernatural blockbuster, The Craft. Campbell really hit it big after starring as Sidney Prescott in Wes Craven's slasher film, Scream, which was a critical and commercial hit, becoming the highest-grossing slasher film for over 20 years. It spawned the Scream franchise, for which Campbell reprised her role of Sidney in 1 through 5, playing the role for 25 years.
Too bad she wasn't in Scream 6.
Hopefully, she's finally being treated for that neck pain.
While some Scream sequels are better than others, Campbell was always a highlight. She is one of the genre's highest grossing and acclaimed heroines of all time. The character of Ellen Ripley is an important female protagonist in the history of cinema. Originally written for a man, Sigourney Weaver was cast and proved women could kick alien ass. Growing up, I was always jealous of Newt.
Get away from her, you bitch!
You'd rescue me from an alien queen, wouldn't you, Mother?
You know what?
Mother? Yes, I would. You guys, I have such a loving mother. Weaver went on to play Ripley 4 times, and later appeared in the Ghostbusters movies, The Village, and The Cabin in the Woods.
But Andy, Sigourney can't be a scream queen.
Why's that, little buddy?
Because in space, no one can hear you scream.
I'm more of a fan of Sigourney Beaver.
Before we get to the final girl, here's a shout out to Scream Queens Dee Wallace, Barbara Crampton, Caroline Williams, Linnea Quigley, Lynn Shay, Samara Weaving, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Vera Farmiga. Of course, Jamie Lee Curtis had to be on the list. She made her feature film debut playing Laurie Strode in John Carpenter's Halloween, which established her as a scream queen and led to future roles in horror films such as The Fog, Prom Night, Terror Train, Road Games, and Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Curtis has balls! If you believe the rumors.
Her role as a workout instructor in the film Perfect earned her a reputation as a sex symbol.
The only reason to join a gym.
She reprised the role of Laurie Strode in Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends.
Something about evil changing shape? But I'm still stuck on colors.
She has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Her films have grossed over $2 billion. And she recently won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Curtis has been called the ultimate Scream Queen.
Randy said it, so it has to be true.
Yoplait couldn't have chosen a better plugger. I mean, she keeps it on her mantle. Be sure to leave your favorite Scream Queens in the comments below. We've been Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile.
Thanks for liking and subscribing.
We'll see you next time.